all-new design.
Apple's iPhone 5 event scheduled for October 4th. We wrap up all the rumors of what we should expect for the new iPhone, and we also go through our top 5 requests for the next generation iPhone. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everybody, I'm Jaime Rivera and welcome to the Pocket Now iReview, the show we go through all this week's cool and the not so cool inside the world of Apple's iOS devices. This week is going to be different because everything that we have to talk about is cool. The new iPhone is coming up next week, so let's begin talking about it. Apple has finally begun shipping invitations for their official October 4th event, and the title of the event is Let's Talk iPhone. It doesn't get any more definitive than that. The show will begin at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and it'll be held in Apple's headquarters in Cupertino, California. We're still not sure if Steve Jobs will be there to surprise everyone with another Steve Note, but rumors have it that this will be the first Tim Note, or Cook Note, or Cookie Note, whatever. Anyways, expect our full coverage of the event on next Tuesday, and let's hope we do get something good. Alright, so let's go through rumor mill and see what's expected for the next generation iPhone. Apple's dual-core A5 chip is a given, we don't even have to beg for that one. A better 8-megapixel camera is also in the mix, and most probably a given, though we still don't know what to make of the front-facing video camera that really sucks at stills. Rumors have it that Apple will also likely build a true world phone that'll fit every carrier with just one device, and actually even reach 21 megabits per second through HSPA+. No LTE will probably be released as of rumors. And well, Sprint is also in the mix, though we're not sure what to make for T-Mobile just yet. Apple seems to also prepare an exclusive version of iOS 5 that fits Siri and Nuance technology to provide a revolutionary voice service. Some people speculate that the service will be called Assistant, and it'll smartly assist you in doing your everyday tasks, just like you do with a real assistant. Hopefully. And well, many rumors also have it that Apple's releasing 2 iPhones, an iPhone 5, which brings a dramatically new design, and a boosted iPhone 4S. Judging by recent rumors and even the invitation icon for the event Apple provides, we really don't believe that Apple will be releasing 2 devices. We see that Apple will most likely release 1. We're still not sure if Apple will be releasing an iPhone 5 or an iPhone 4S, but whatever happens will be something that only the event will be able to reveal. Some of us believe that since Apple is most likely launching the iPod lineup within the same event, then most likely Apple will be launching the iPod Touch 5 and actually use that large 4-inch display design, thinner design that people were rumoring around to be the iPhone 5, and actually have that be the iPod Touch 5 to embrace gamers with a larger screen. But again, time will tell. Okay, so probably the biggest question everybody has is when will Apple release the next generation iPhone after announcing it? And well, set your calendars for October 14th, just 10 days after the event, because rumors have it that Apple is currently blacking out vacations for their employees, and even the supported carriers are doing the same thing. If we all remember back in time, the iPad 2 launch happened the same way, almost 10 days after it was announced, so most likely this rumor does hold water. Apple will most likely prepare for the usual pandemonium of crazy people making lines out there, and you bet it, we'll most likely be making a line too out there for ours. And well, now that we've gone through a week of news and rumors, let's end today's show with our first ever top 5. This is the top 5 requests for iPhone 5 features according to all our editors. Call this the video edition for all our YouTube followers of the article that we posted earlier this week. Number 5, a dual-core or even quad-core CPU if possible. I mean, Apple's A5 chip is most likely a given for this device, but in a world where dual-core is already a standard, we'd like to see Apple raise the bar in performance. And while we all know that iOS 5 beta is currently working well on the A5 chip of the iPad 2, but the iPhone 4's A4 chip is really struggling. So this change is really a must. Obviously, we can't judge Apple by a beta, but still, I mean, Apple sometimes does a really great job in staying way behind on specs, and other times they come up with things like the Retina display, which was totally out of market and really cool, so let's hope they surprise us. Number 4, more storage. I mean, heck, if Apple didn't release iCloud or iTunes Match, we'd call this the #1 requested feature for many of us. I mean, many of us believe that Apple is comfortable with competition because they're not really doing a good job in bumping storage on their devices. Surely you can get 32 gigabytes or more on any current Android smartphone out there if you buy a micro SD card to fit it in, but what happens when you already pay top premium bucks for that device and still have to pay more money? In a world where Nova and Rage HD are currently eating up to 1 gigabyte of storage on your device, Apple better come up with 64 gigabytes of storage on this new device, hopefully. Number 3, a larger and thinner design. I mean, people might not remember this, but back when the first generation iPhone was released, 2.4-inch screens were the standard back then. So the 3.5-inch screen that was released with the iPhone was huge. It was massive, but that was sadly half a decade ago. And these times 4 inches are pretty much the standard, and Apple better come up with something big. I mean, they could still retain their Retina display brand if you could do the math for a 4-inch display, and the larger device will also allow a larger battery, and you know what that means. Number 2, one device to rule all carriers. Apple has shown everybody that there is a way to rebel against carriers and get away with it. All you have to do is push out a must-have device, and carriers will go crazy with you trying to sell that device on their network and get it. So how about if Apple could probably fill carriers with something really, really good and probably get away with the fact that we can probably use our device on all networks. Probably I could buy it on AT&T and eventually choose to change to Verizon and probably pay a couple of fees there and just easily switch and keep my same iPhone. That would be awesome. And before we get to the #1 request, let's hit the ones that didn't make the list but were still really good. A better camera. I mean, especially the front-facing camera. The current one is as grainy means by the dictionary. I mean, Apple does a really good job with the back camera, and most probably the 8-megapixel camera will be there. But still, if you want to take self-portraits or anything, it's kind of awkward to be holding your device and then turning it around and taking a picture of yourself. It would be really cool to have a really good front-facing camera, and hopefully Apple will not come out with that 720p video camera that still shoots crazy ugly stills. Anyways. And the #1 Pocketnow requested feature for the iPhone 5, everybody, is LTE. This decade is all about speed, and, well, marketing specialists are doing a really good job in marketing HSPA Plus as 4G, but you and I power users know that 4G is LTE or WiMAX. Currently in the United States, the standard is LTE because most probably Sprint will be moving on to LTE, and many may debate whether it's really worth it to implement 4G LTE on a smartphone, but still, I mean, if Apple wants to build a future-proof device, a device that'll probably work for the next 2 years that you'll be stuck on a contract, LTE will be something important as of next year, so Apple most likely needs to work on building LTE to their devices. Let's hope our dreams come true. And well, leave us a comment down below if you have any other features that you'd like for the iPhone 5, 4S, or 4G to bring and that we probably missed. That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching, and hey, if you didn't notice, we're currently hiring, so if you're interested in building some really great quality video for PocketNow.com, send us your resume at jobs@PocketNow.com. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thank you for watching. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.